Some new changes, all about background. So originally it said move back one and move up to front. Well, that won't work if you've got the whole screen filled with an image. You'd just be bouncing back and forth like this. Of course, most people aren't going to have more than one background, but as long as I was going to write it, I thought, let's see what happens if I have more than one. I made some other changes as well, as you can see, but the big change was to the background table widget, also called trackers. I call it trackers. And right now I'm just showing you that there are 5 items in background, one of which is a flat. And if I pull up trackers, you'll see that there are only 4. 101's missing, that's the flat. Trackers doesn't track flats. It only looks at backgrounds because in case you wanted to scroll it, I need that information somehow saved for future use. So all these are organized along the lines of a z-value, which is something that PyQt uses to keep track of scene items front to back. So in my world, or in dots, -99 is where the backgrounds start. And the sprites start at 100 plus the number of records in a play file. So they're separated and wide apart. Again, you probably aren't going to have these many in the background, but if you did, you could. So all this came about through Google AI. I typed in PyQt, QTable, row, move up and down, and I got a bunch of code, which I plugged in and wired up and did a little renaming here and there, and it all worked. And then I typed in PyQt swap QTable cells, and I got swap cells. So I'm using those swap cells especially. So as the row moves up and down, I'm able to apply the correct z-value to that row. And in doing so, it either moves back or forth depending on which direction you chose. And by the way, you can use arrow keys as well. The up arrow and the down arrow work just like the buttons. So here's a few little things, kind of moving stuff back and forth. You can see how that works. And let's do a last, because that's going to take care of everything. And you can see as it moves up, everything else disappears. It'd be hard to do that if it was all solid background. That's why this works best, transparent background. I wish I had that earlier. It's there for anyone to use. Take care. That's it.